Technical difficulties are not fun. So, trying to do a live stream on a regular basis is a kind of it's a new thing for me, obviously, because this is the first one really in the series. I've done several live streams, obviously, with people and here, but I've not done really a draw stream, and so I thought I would do one and use this as an opportunity to show some of the things that I'm working on for Dark Variants, my book, and also for rambling mindlessly on and on and on about geek stuff that my wife doesn't like to listen to. It's kind of a creative outlet, kind of therapeutic, I guess. So I may have some guests on. I was going to have Michael Oden on, but he had to dip out for work, which is understandable. So but if someone wants to pop in who wants to chat about something, certainly let me know, and we'll see what we can do. So let me get some of this stuff set up. I realized that if you set up the live stream on YouTube and then you go into StreamYard to start the live stream, these are two different live streams. So YouTube's got it set up in a kind of different way where you've got to get software ready for it, and I don't quite understand exactly how that works. So we're just gonna go old school here with StreamYard stuff, and we'll just see how that goes. So let me go back over here. And oh my God, YouTube is slow today. So let's see here. There we go. Your channel, and click on your channel and share. Okay, copy that. So let's pop this back over here. Play-by-play technical computer stuff. Yay, fun. So let's see. All right, so we officially have the stream saved, and we can rock and roll now with getting design software booted up. How about that? Because that's what we're all here for, right? So let's see here. We're going to go with File, and you know what? We're going to start off with something I was working on last night on JBot's art stream, and we'll talk a little bit about what I'm doing here. And right now, basically, all this stuff that I'm working on is, let's see here. Do I have my comments? Let me show my comments there. There we go. So all the stuff that I'm working on as far as the art is concerned right now is kind of like research and development. It's stuff where I'm doing concept artwork, and the book that I'm working on, Dark Variants, is pretty ambitious by my standards, and so I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. And so I've been reading a lot of Jack Kirby stuff and his Fourth World stuff, specifically with that omnibus that I've been talking about. And what I appreciate about it is all of the world building that he does and the way that he approaches it. And so because of that, I've been inspired myself to really redouble my efforts in what I'm doing instead of just simply, excuse me, instead of just simply doing the book and just saying, okay, in this panel, I need to have this character do X, Y, and Z. This page, this needs to happen. What I'm really trying to do is add another depth to it, another level of dimension, another dimensional level to it. And so that's where I start rethinking things. So in this book, we have kind of a MacGuffin, I guess you could call it, where we have a device that has been broken. And because of the device being broken, the catalyst for the disaster has made itself a focus of the attention of our heroes and our villains, for that matter. So because of that, the way that we resolve this story ultimately is going to be about retrieving this MacGuffin and trying to put the genie back into the bottle, so to speak. So that's really the challenge. A lot of times when you are reading about stuff where people have, they talk about what a villain should be, or what your antagonist should be. One of the best antagonists or villains that I have found, or the kind of thing that I find compelling, is an environmental thing. So it's not, and I don't mean like the environment, but something that's so overwhelming that it's not even really necessarily a malicious, or what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Not malicious. I did go to college, I promise. Um, it's not something that has a sinister motivation. It's just something that's behaving in a certain way, and our characters have to deal with what's happening. So disaster movies have a lot of this. There's a global flood. There's a global storm, or there's a meteor about ready to hit. Things like that. Um, Actually, meteors are a really good one. Armageddon is one of my favorite movies, and I understand. I understand that it's not a good movie from a perspective of uh, like scientific analysis, but it's the human story that I find compelling about Armageddon, and so I can take for granted, and I can suspend disbelief that a meteor the size, or an asteroid the size of Texas, is going to get split in half by a nuclear weapon and nearly avoid hitting the Earth. I can suspend my disbelief about the ludicrousness of that particular premise and focus more on Harry Stamper's relationship with his daughter and with his boys, the guys that he works with, and how they, you know, are loyal to each other, and how they love each other, and how they'll go to the ends of the earth, they'll fly up to an asteroid and blow themselves up to save the world because of who they love, and who they care about, and what they believe their responsibility is. And those are the things that I find so compelling about Armageddon. And people want to say, oh, well, this shouldn't happen and this couldn't happen. I think people are missing the point. So if you're looking for a straight science fiction movie about an asteroid hitting the Earth, you're not really going to find something that's accurate, because, well, quite frankly, a planet killer hasn't hit the Earth really ever. I mean, you can say that the one that killed the dinosaurs is a planet killer, but the planet kept on trucking. So, and here we are. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons I like Armageddon. So, excuse me, man, I got to clear my throat tonight. And I don't know if my comments are working or not working. But in addition to drawing, which I'm going to share my screen now. Let's see here. Share screen, and we're going to share screen, and do not fail me. We're going to share the window, and boom. Okay, so I was working on this last night on the JBot art stream, which is cool. and this is a rough drawing, but I'm using it to kind of get the vibe of what I want dark matter to look like, and how I want dark matter to behave in my story. So I'm going to be talking about this, and feel free to ask me any questions that you have. Ask me about reviews for comic books that I've either done before, or I'm going to be doing oncoming. But also, I have a special treat for you. This is more of an interactive live stream than ever before. Emmanuel, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I pretty much grew up on Mountain Dew, right? And and I've got the weight issues and the dental issues to prove it, to show for it. But occasionally, whenever there's a brand new crazy Mountain Dew flavor, I look at it, I'm like, oh, I got to try that. However, this Mountain Dew Flamin Hot, I think is a bad idea. So, but I've been going by it at the grocery store. I see it, I'm like going, man, what the hell is this? And I'm like, who would want to drink something like that? And so I'm thinking, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to try it. But then I got this other aspect of me that feels compelled to try every Mountain Dew flavor. And I've tried them all for the most part, except the that grape one. I forget exactly what the name of it was. It was some crazy Mountain Dew name, but it was basically Grape Mountain Dew. And that thing gave me a splitting headache, and I don't know why, but it definitely scared me off of it. So I don't drink that anymore. But I think that this is going to taste heinous. But if I can get, a couple people in the stream to show what I'm doing, I will drink that. I will at least taste this bottle. And if it's not horrifyingly bad, I will see if I can't drink the bottle. But damn, that's a lot of caffeine. So, and a lot of calories at almost 11 o'clock at night. So, but anyway, let's see here. Oh, and also if you're going to pop up here, I will try to show your comments on the screen. So, you can always prompt me if you don't see it. So let's see. Stream already sharing window. Stop sharing. Hide. I'm going to hide that. Okay, great. All right. So yeah, thanks for coming, Emmanuel. And so I'm just going to basically draw here and talk a little bit about what I'm doing. So this is what's known as, sorry about that, what's known as a Brighton box. Okay. So I have a character and her name is Zoe Brighton. Okay. Zoe Brighton in the Dark Variants book she's an astrophysicist and she's an astrobiologist, right? She's a PhD in both. And she is a scientist who has helped come up with a method for containing dark matter. And dark matter is what you see floating inside and outside this box here on the screen. And is this the wrong sketch pad? Goodness gracious, I got the wrong sketch pad. Let me see if I have just give me 1 second here. I'm going to go over here for just one moment. Let's see here. Let's stop that cam. All right, just give me 1 second. But go on an adventure here, like Bilbo, and get the right book. Here we go. All right. And start cam. Okay, so this is Zoe Brighton. Okay, Zoe Brighton. She is in her late 20s, and she is like I said, very, very bright person. And she invented this. She was the primary person to invent the Brighton box, which is its name for her. And so this device allows them to study dark matter without it causing problems. So in the story, dark matter is discovered by a Voyager probe, Voyager 1. And it's kind of funny because Voyager 1 has started sending back weird signals from deep space. It was in the news. It was like in the news a couple weeks ago. And they're trying to figure out what's going on with it. If you're not familiar, Voyager 1 is the most distant man-made object from the planet Earth. And it is hurtling into the cosmos. I mean, out into the universe, never to be seen again. And I feel kind of sad. It's my boy, right? And so it's been out there, and it's been trucking, and it's been communicating. It takes something like almost like a day for a signal to get back to Earth. Well, in my story, to honor Voyager, which I love, Voyager encounters dark matter, and dark matter has kind of like a bit of a programming a nature to it. It's not like programmed. It's not mechanical. It's not artificial. But the essence of it is to continue to progress and improve things, and that it comes across. So dark matter is real. It's very little understood about it, but it's something that, because it's so mysterious and because of the nature of it, I think it's a perfect foil for the story, for the catalyst for the story. So anyway, so dark matter is discovered. It makes its way to Earth basically because of Voyager. Voyager sends a signal, and the dark matter basically hitches a ride on that signal back to Earth. And then we discover it, humans discover it, the government does, and NASA does, and JPL, obviously, because JPL runs Voyager, Jet Propulsion Laboratory. I believe that's the case. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure JPL runs Voyager. So anyway, they go ahead and they do some experimentation with it, and there's a big disaster, and it causes a horrifying thing to occur, and that's the opening of Dark Variants, and that's the first 6 pages of the book. And so we skip after that 6 months later into the future, and then by that point, now we're at a position where Zoe here, Dr. Brighton, has created the dark matter containment box, the Brighton box, and they're working on studying it. So that's really where things start to go south, because there's a third party here who decides that they want to capture the Brighton box to use dark matter for nefarious reasons. And in the ensuing struggle, there's an accident. The containment gets broken on the Brighton box, and it infects all of downtown Orlando and converts our four primary characters into basically superheroes and gives them very interesting powers. And so they are going to try to, over the course of 6 issues in this comic, it's a mini series. Over the course of 6 issues, they're going to battle a bunch of different obstacles and antagonists in the effort to get all the different pieces of the Brighton box together. And there's 6 sides of it, and the sides are what get separated. And their goal is to try to reassemble them and then put the genie back in the bottle. So that's what the Brighton box is. So I am working on the Brighton box right now, and so I'm just going to start working on that while we're talking, and we can talk about anything you want. So if you have any questions about dark variants, or you have questions about some of the reviews I've done, or you want to talk about anything you want to talk about, period, whether it's movies. I was going to talk about Top Gun Maverick today with Michael Oden, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. So we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. In fact, let me go ahead and make a. That is not what I want. We're going to make this the primary focus. Can we? Is that possible? All right. Chrome is freaking out. Hopefully I'm still alive. We'll see. All right, so we're going to close that. There we go. All right. Title. My computer just wants to behave poorly. What is up, Dragon? Hello there, Drew, my friend, my chum, my guy, my buddy, my amigo, mi amigo. Yes. How are you today? This evening. So, are we going to show my layers? My computer is flipping out. We're going to, let's see. Wow. Just give me a second here, guys. I might actually have to quit and come back here because my machine is continually trying to paste things into stuff. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, there it goes again. All right. Hold on just a second here. Let's do this. I am back. Wow, you would never believe what that problem was. Oh my God. Jeez. All right, let's set this back up here. Unbelievable. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to share this again. Share. Doing good. I was just watching Gabe's stream, then I saw you and came. I appreciate that. If I can stop being an imbecile with my tech stuff, that'd be really nice. All right. Okay, we're back here. Okay, so let's see here. We got 0 people watching. I don't know if you guys are still here. I hope you're here, but I'll wait till that counter comes back up and shows me that people are back, and then we'll take it from there. Goodness gracious. Oh wow. Okay. Unbelievable. All right. All right, we got one back. Dragon's back. Okay. Wonder if okay, I mean, all right, you want to know what the problem was, right? So I've got an external keyboard for my computer, right? I've got an external like full-size keyboard, and it's Bluetooth connected, and it's over on my desk, and a piece of equipment fell on the keyboard, and so it was going to war with the keyboard on the computer here, and that was the reason I couldn't do anything. I was like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me?" It was. I was so irritated by that. It's like wrecking my entire live stream. A stupid freaking keyboard. Ah, oh, I almost wanted to throw it. I almost like I want to slam it against the wall. Oh, jeez. Fixed permanently. So you have failed me for the last time, as Darth Vader would say. But my God, that was irritating. All right, so dark variants, concept art, and we're going to call this Brighton Box. All right. So, Dragon, yeah, you saw I was working on this yesterday. You didn't really get to see any of the actual drawing of it because we couldn't share the actual screen. But this is what I was working on. And so I thought I would just work on it some more while I did a live stream and talked about whatever. So we're going to go ahead and drop this down here and just have that for reference if anybody just pops in. So anyway, got you back. Steward Counter thinks it's a count a lot. Yeah, okay, that's true. Okay, but all right, so heat check. Are you still here, Emmanuel? Because if you are here and Dragon is here, I will crack open this Mountain Dew Flamin Hot, and you can see my actual honest to God live reaction to tasting this for the very first time. I'm scared. So nice. It's a very good image. Why, thank you. So, but basically, what's going on here with this is that dark matter, the Brighton box actually is a method for containing different types of radiation, and the there's 6 sides to it, like in a cube, and each one basically is another. It's containing something that dark matter is involved with. So dark matter is kind of like not a portal to another universe, but a portal to different areas in the universe. So no, it can't be good. No, not really. But we're gonna try it. So, but I see I only have a 1 count person here, so I don't know if it's just you. But if I can get 2 people, maybe 3 people, I will definitely crack it open here, and that way you can be entertained with stupid human tricks. I will sacrifice my taste buds for you, my fine audience. So, anyway. But like I was talking about earlier, I've been working on trying to add a little bit of Jack Kirby sauce to this because I really appreciate what he did. I wonder. Okay, all right, yeah. So I've got some white ink up here, or white color, and then I've got the background being white, which is fine. So actually, you know what? I want to have some fun here. I want to try, what does it look like on black? Ooh, ooh, I like that. We're gonna work on that. So let's see here. Let's do some background that. And okay, now we got two people. All right. So what do you guys think? Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Have you all tried it? Feel free to comment. Let's see here. Go. And let's drop some white back there. Yeah. Do any of you drink Mountain Dew in general? That's another good question to ask, I would imagine. Let's see here. Anyway, anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you want to ask me, or any opinions I may have? I will freely give them to you. You won't have to even pay for them, other than the cost of your ISP bill and your time for sitting on this incredibly boring live stream where some dude is drawing digitally. more of I'm kind of doodling, I would imagine. Actually, would that be a better way of putting that? So let's see here. So anyway, but basically with this writing box here, I remember just hearing about Flaming Mountain Dew. All right. So I got you guys both here. I'm gonna crack this open. Oh my god. This does not look good. So all right, here it is. I'm gonna crack this open. Here we go. You heard it. Fresh bottle. You know what I should do? I should get a wine glass. I should, or like a whiskey snifter, and pour it in and sniff it like it's fine alcohol. Oh my god. I'm smelling kind of a citrusy smell, which is normal for Mountain Dew. I'm also smelling Lysol. Oh god. Yeah, here it comes. Oh jeez. All right. Let me try it again here. It's not terrible, but it's kind of like I don't know how old you guys are, but back in my day, there were cinnamon sticks, and this is the bane of all schools. Cinnamon sticks were terrible. They were worse than drugs, and kids were getting all kinds of problems with them. It tells you how old I am. Now we've got way scarier problems at schools. I'm kind of disappointed. I was expecting it to be hotter than it is. I mean, there's a definite spice in the back of your throat with it. Yeah, it kind of tastes like bland melon flavored soda, but then it gives you like an aftertaste of like a fireball a little bit. So it's not what I would consider refreshing. So, but there you have it. Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot. Could I drink this entire bottle? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I could, but yeah, I'm gonna save that for a little bit later. Maybe when I start falling asleep because I'm boring myself to half to death here. I'm breaking a cardinal rule. You should never drink water after you've eaten something spicy. But if you've drunken something, if you have had a drink of something spicy, does that rule apply? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be making it worse here, so I'll take some more water. There is. I do like spicy things. It's just that some things don't seem like a good idea. There was a what was the Pop-Tart? Yeah. If you ever follow the Pop Pop-Tart account. How is it? Well, I hate Fireballs, and that's a no for me. Yeah, no. Let me be on top of this. How is it? Yes, Dragon Bites. It's. I would give it a 5 out of 10, and meaning that it's not horrifying, but I don't see a special reason to go drink it. And then, well, I hate Fireballs, so that's enough for me. That's enough for me, dog. Yeah, no, that's correct. I would say it's a no. You know what I do love? I do love Baja Blast. So Mountain Dew itself is fine, but if I ever go to Taco Bell, I usually get Baja Blast to drink there, and I do like that. There is a melon, like a watermelon, but like my wife said, it tastes literally like a liquid Jolly Rancher. There's a melon Mountain Dew that tastes like a liquid Jolly Rancher, and then there's the Code Red. I do like the Code Red. This is kind of like Code Red if Code Red sucked. So yeah, I don't know if they still make Code Red. I haven't seen it in a while. So maybe they do, maybe they don't. And they have another one out there too. I'm not sure what the other one is, but I'll have to try it. But anyway, so where was I going with that? But yeah, so that's Mountain Dew Flamin Hot. There you go. Let's see. I love spicy food. I only love spicy food except spicy sweets and drinks. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. What I was gonna say, there's a like this super hot Dorito or something or tortilla chip, and they ship it to you in a box, and it comes in like its own wrapper, and people do that. They do reaction videos to that, and it's supposed to be the hottest thing ever. I will tell you this: I do have in my refrigerator right now. I have a very, very hot ghost pepper dadle sauce, and that stuff is blisteringly hot, and that's so hot that I was worried for my health. Once I made like a little tortilla cheese roll up, I said I'm gonna dab a little bit of this on there. That was a mistake. By the way, this is a draw stream, so let me get back to drawing while I'm talking. I'm gonna chew gum at the same time. This is how you create. You write or you think about what you're going to write at the same time that you're drawing. So anyway, let's see here. Today on my stream, I was talking about encounters with weird Twitch streamers. Also, my journey on the internet from weird Twitch streamers to Comicsgate. Oh, really? I will have to check that out. I didn't get to see that. Some people get super personally offended. I found, and I don't understand. I am a no drama Drew. No drama Drew. So I try to be friends with everybody. I don't really necessarily want to pick sides and get into pissing contests with people because I don't really see how it's productive for anybody involved. So I try to stay out of that kind of stuff. However, what I found is like if you're not available whenever someone else is available to do something, sometimes people get upset about that. And it's like you can't really expect people to drop their entire lives to do what you want to do. So I know some Twitch streamers that I've encountered seem to be like that. I mean, they make it a living to essentially be on Twitch as much as possible, and I just I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't know if I'm too old or what that is, but it's crazy. So what's your so I'll go watch your stream, and feel free to drop a link in my comments or mail me, and if I'm not subscribed to your channel, I'll be happy to do so. So but let's see. Okay, there we go. So yeah, but because a lot of times I'll see people and I'll try to go find their channel, I can't find it, and it's not because I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to subscribe. It's just I can't find the channel, and that sucks when that happens. So let's see here. Let's go with an edge. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. And that's what the problem is here. Nope. Let's just get these two. There we go. All right. So anyway, I can post links, or do I need to DM? Either way, I don't mind, whichever way you want. So actually, let me get this to a higher brush level. So anyway, so with what I'm drawing here, right, this is supposed to kind of represent different areas um, or different methods by which dark matter kind of behaves as you're just observing it in its natural state. And so part of that is, the Kirby crackle kind of stuff that's going on, but part of it is also how it just kind of flows together, like it's mixing, gases or liquids. And so I'm just kind of trying to show both of these aspects to it and think of other things that might work with this. So those are some of the other um, goals that I have with this piece of art. But anyway, so what else is up with you guys? What else have you been up to? Tell me about your Comicscape journey. How did that occur? Like, what led you to Comicscape? If you feel like it, or if you want to join the stream, I can send you a link. So that's totally cool with me. So let me know. You can DM me if you want to come on, or you can just post there and let me know, and I'll let you on. So, but it's I think it's more fun if I don't talk to myself. That can be challenging though. Let's see here. What else do I want to do with this? Let's do some more white. Yeah, okay, let's do this. We are just going to go straight up. Yeah, that's what I want. Just going to drop a whole block of white down there. All right, much better. I can join. It's easier than typing. All right, let me go ahead and send you that link real quick. Let's see here. Invite. Copy. Boom. I don't know if I even follow you on Twitter. Yeah, why don't we rectify that? No, I do not know your Twitter. What is your Twitter? I should probably also get some ambient music in the future. That might be a good idea. Do you have my Twitter? That's another question. And are your DMs open? That's another question. Let's see here. What I will do is I will say, there you go. This is my Twitter account. So if you want to send me a DM there you go. And if you send me a DM, I will reply to you and I'll send you the link. And we can chit chat. Chitty chitty bang bang chat with no banging. I will wait for your. I will wait very very ardently for your reply. I want this to flow so much more smoothly than it has been here. Now I was going to go to 11:30, but I'm going to go a little bit longer because of my technical fiascos. Still don't have anything from you, man. Help me help you. I want to follow you on Twitter. There you are. Boom, follow, boom. And then here you go. Feel free to join. And that will let you in. You just found me. I found you too. Actually, you found me. Technically, that's true. I'm kind of running a live stream. It's a little hard for me to like, chase people down on Twitter. To be fair. There we go.
Sorry, my dog is all over the place. Yeah, she's right. Yeah, like she wanted to go out, and my room has the back door, so I try to let her out, and she's being difficult, and I had to let her in.
Yeah.
A Cocker Spaniel. She's right beside me.
Oh, what's her name?
Rosie.
Rosie the Cocker Spaniel. Very nice. I love dogs.
Oh, sorry.
Although I live in a neighborhood where people don't seem to control their dogs. We have some savage dachshunds near us, and I don't know if you're familiar with dachshunds, but dachshunds are assholes, and I mean, you have got to be on top of them. And the same thing with corgis. Corgis are very cute, but they have a mind of their own, and if you do not control them, they will. Every time people walk by my house, I swear to God, it sounds like these two dogs are trying to murder each other. And
oh yeah,
like, dude, like right in front of my office. It's like they're walking right. I feel like coming out and saying, "What the hell, man?" I mean, honest to God, these dogs literally sound like they're gonna rip each other's throats out. So, and it's a dachshund. They're two little tiny dogs. So, but anyway,
like how often, like how long do they are they in front of your house? Does it take like a few seconds, or do they just stand in front of your house?
No, they don't stand in front of my house. But I mean, it's so loud that I mean, I'll be working on something, and I got to stop because it sounds like it's the kind of thing that makes me want to go outside and make sure no one's dying.
I see.
And it's like, look, you guys have got to get this under control because this is the definition of not under control. So,
oh yeah.
So you made your way from Twitch streaming to Comicscape. Is that what happened?
Like I've made my way from jumping community to community, from Twitch communities to Comicscape.
Mm-hmm.
So I explained this on my channel. If you feel free, you can watch it. But if you don't, that's fine. I can explain it right here if you don't mind, obviously.
Or we can talk about whatever you want. So I just brought you on. If you want to chat about it, you don't have to. So
yeah.
If you want to save that content, that's fine.
Yeah. I'll just give a brief summary. So basically, I was in that phase in my life to where I just admire Twitch streamers and YouTubers and that's when the saying comes, "Don't meet your heroes," really came to fluent. I don't know the word, influential or fluent. I don't know. It really rang true, and I think that saying is becoming more true nowadays because if you meet your heroes like any celebrity nowadays, there is a 50% chance they might hate your guts. Yeah, and same thing with Twitch streamers and YouTubers. There's also, well, I mean, like big name or any media mainstream media topic YouTubers, that covers that stuff, and it turns out that they might hate your guts. Let's just say that they yeah,
Now, do they hate your guts because they know something about you, or they just hate
well,
people?
here the first one, well, they banned me over because I disagreed with Gordon Ramsay when he says there's no such thing as burnt delicious food, and I'm like, well, I like burnt popcorn. So, and now I remember getting this argument, with this guy, and he took things so personally. It was like, dude, you're acting like a sheep. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but like you basically treat every word of his like fact, like it's just his opinion, dude.
yeah.
And the other ones were, well, one was over, um, you know, I did get a little too upset on this one. It was about, just the shots and all that, and even though I took it, I'm against mandates and all that,
Hmm.
and he was just refusing to let up, and like saying, oh, anyone who's who's against it is a loser. And I'm like, dude, I'm here to respect everyone's opinion, and that's the opposite of what I believe in and what you're doing right now. I can respect your opinion to get the shot, but I will not stand by and just let you call people losers just because they refuse to put something in their body.
And this led you to comics.
Uh, I don't know. Like I was already in comics because I grew up with Spider-Man and
Hmm.
uh, Teen Titans and all that, and that's what got me into superheroes. And I had friends, real life friends. Well, not friends, but like I was not good at making friends. Actually, the more I think about it,
You're not good at
so
making friends. What?
like I would make friends. Well, I do have some good friends. I do have some good friends, but I have a hard time making good friends. Let's just say that I don't know. I was too much of a. I had a hard time letting go.
Uh
Or
huh.
so anyhow, these two guys, they introduced me to comics. They tell me all this whole plethora of superheroes, and they taught me the ways of the comic book nerd, and that's when I got. This was right when I started getting into comics. Like I'm interested. I have that peak interest when the Avengers movie came out,
Hmm.
and that's when I asked them, "Hey, can I know more about this?"
Hmm.
That's how I got into it,
Hmm.
and ever since I wanted to make comics, you know,
Hmm.
and got engaged into the comic book world. So uh, all these channels, what they all have in common is that, oh, hello, Reed. I don't know, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, Emmanuel. So the one thing that they all have in common, these Twitch channels, well, except one. One wasn't about comics; it was just about gaming. But um, but most of them were about geek stuff. But they were like on very defensive if you did not like certain things of modern Marvel and DC stuff. Uh, that so that's what led me to Comicsgate is that, well, actually it led me to Geeks and Gamers, to where
Mm.
I was sick of hearing like people hating me just for my political, well, not political, just my stances or my views or all that, or just for my opinion. uh,
Hmm.
and I was literally trying to search for someone to have the same opinion as me, because I was literally going insane. uh
We
well,
don't
maybe
want
not.
that.
Yeah, you don't want that. So I found Geeks and Gamers, and then when my mind started to like get healthy again, I started to realize is like, okay, this is great and all. I agree. I get your rage, but can we find something more positive? And that's where and And I asked, in one of their Twitch streams, like, is there a place where comic book creators can get together and talk about the things they love and make comics themselves and all that? And one of the guys in the chat was like, that's Comicsgate. And I was like, what's Comicsgate? And then that's how I discovered it.
Okay. Yeah. I've there are a lot of people. See, I was never really into comics growing up. I was more into comic strips. And hey there, Rosie. And
Yeah.
so I came up from a very very religious family background, and so what that
Same.
meant was that I was not allowed to read comic books as they were in the '90s and stuff. So because there's a strict control over what kind of media was allowed, and so which is fine. But anyway, but the fact of the matter is that I just didn't get a lot of exposure to comics, and so I really came into this kind of stuff because of my desire to make a real comic book out of a web comic I made, because I created a web comic 20 years ago, and I updated it off and on through 2017, and it's a superhero parody, and it was never done in a manner to be like a serious superhero thing. But then I realized that I'd switched the format from, because it's on the internet, you can do whatever you want, from like a daily comic strip format to like a comic book page format. So I drew like, I don't know, like 50 or 60, maybe even 70 comics like that. And I thought, this would be fun to do a little small collection of these books to give to family members, because I have a lot of family members that like my arts and stuff, and just for like random gifts. And then I thought, what I should do is I should like make an actual comic book, and then fit that. But then it turned into, what if I just made a real comic book? And so to that end, I started looking up videos on YouTube about that, and lo and behold, I found Ethan's video where he's talking about what you need at Michael's to make a comic book. And so here's the Green Lantern artist talking about the ultimate punk rocker going into a Michael's with $50 and walking out with the tools to make a comic book. And I was like, damn, this is good stuff. And so then I subscribed to him, and then I started seeing all the other silliness that was going on with the politics, and I have an education in political science, so I understand the score for politics all the way around, and I understand how it works and operates. And seeing the stuff that he was going through, I was like, nah, this is stupid. And there are a lot of people out there today who, and this is not a political stream, this is just an observation about human nature. Yeah. There are a lot of people out there these days that cannot abide, unlike the dude in the Big Lebowski, they cannot abide people not agreeing with them, because for them, it's not about having an honest disagreement. The other person, or the boogeyman from TV, is Satan incarnate. It's the most evil person in the history of the world, and their life will not be complete until this person's destroyed. And if you happen to vote for that person, and by the way, this is not a healthy or realistic perspective to have, what I'm talking about. Yeah. But if you have people that vote for this person, they become part of this, other group of people that are not, acceptable and cannot be abided by either. So that's where I started. So I was having sympathy for Ethan, because I thought that's ridiculous, and people need to grow up. I mean, the fact of the matter is that there's going to be people that disagree with you all the time, from now until the end of time. And so you need to focus on what you have in common with people, right? So in the case of Ethan, it's like, you're all professional comic book creators, right? You're all very talented people for the most part. And so you need to focus on that common ground. That's where the Venn diagram converges, and you all can like find the ability to relate to each other, but so many people don't want to do that. And so that's really where, I mean, I don't necessarily consider myself, um I'm gonna be very careful about how I say this because a lot of people get pissed off about it. I appreciate Comicscape. I appreciate the group of people and the diverse cast of people that work in Comicscape, and
Mhm.
and I admire that. And if it came push to shove that I had to say, "Are you Comicscape? Show me your papers," then I'd say, "Yeah, fine, I am," because mainly not so much of the fact that I'm Comicscape per se, but rather the fact that I cannot stand that attitude. That if someone is has a different understanding, or someone has a legitimate complaint that they want to bring, or legitimate criticism that they want to bring, that somehow they're not valid because of whatever some idiot has decided on Tumblr one day. And
Mhm.
so I'm just not gonna abide by that. So, but anyway, but that's how I kind of came into it. And now there's so many different people from diverse opinions. There are different political people. There are left wing people and right wing people, and people in the middle, and
Yeah.
further on either wings that are in Comicsgate. And a lot of people just don't want to take the time. So like I was just I like Fantastic Four, and I was trying to get into buying it because there's a new run, and Dan Slott was doing it, and I said, "Screw it, I'm gonna buy it anyway because I don't care." But then Dan Slott blocked me. He ran a blockchain, and someone I follow was on his blockchain, so I got blocked. And so I said, "I'm not gonna buy Fantastic Four. This idiot's gonna. I'm not gonna buy something because he doesn't approve of who I talk to.
Mm.
That's just not gonna happen."
Yeah, I
So
agree.
and I don't care. I don't care if he's Alan Moore. I don't care if he's Stan Lee or Jack Kirby. I'm just not going to deal with that. Yeah,
Yeah, don't.
yeah. So that's right. A lot of people are like that, Emmanuel, because the fact of the matter is that a lot of stuff, you know, you read a comic and you're like, what the hell is going on here? Why does Carol Danvers look like someone beat her in the face with an ugly tree? Why why do we have to
Yeah,
have these characters that seem to be made just for the express reason of not having the primary characters? Why is that? And I resent that. As an artist, I do not. I feel like when they recast a character, or they basically change the character, from a demographic perspective to pander to a some kind of misunderstood goal. I feel like they're defacing art. To me, it's no
Mhm.
different than someone who goes up there and splashes paint on Mona Lisa.
Oh
So
yeah,
these are people that they're standing on the shoulders of giants and pissing into the wind and thinking that they've done all this stuff by themselves, and it's just simply not the case. And
yeah.
so, and that's not to say that you can't change things. Like what's his face of the Percy Jackson fiasco recently?
Oh yeah.
He's saying they're going to cast, they're race swapping one of his main characters. Now, to me, he's the original creator, so if he wants to do that, okay, it's his baby. I understand. But
Yeah,
at the same time, you don't need to be pissed off at your audience for setting their expectations for something and then baiting and switching them on that. Because that's
yeah.
not their fault. That's your fault for being uh, dishonest. And it's disgusting. So, but anyway, but like I said, I can rant forever and go on
Yeah.
forever about this stuff. But
We can all rant and go on forever, but one of the greatest things about Comicsgate is that we not only do something about it, but we just focus on positive things too. So my dog is like scratching at doors like crazy, and now she's calmed down. She's laying down, being a good dog now. So yeah, like I agree with everything you're saying. To me, it's like it feels like for some people it's like no, you can't disagree with me on this. Like you have to agree with me on this. Like there's like this hidden rule that you have to agree with me on this, otherwise you're a crappy human being. And I'm like, I reject that notion. That's not, people have reasons for everything. Now there are some stances that I don't know, like there could be some stances that are crazy, but I always believe that everyone you should try to reach out for everyone. Trying to understand instead of judge. Like, don't judge unless you want to be judged. Because you really don't know that person in and out. Now again, like there are some stances that you can take that I will strongly disagree with, but and it could be immoral. It could lead to immoral actions, but again, it's everyone has the right to having a different opinion. They have the right to basically think however they want. It's their right. It's
Yeah,
basic. Yeah, it's a basic human
no,
right.
I agree with you. So let's move on to something less heavy. What have you
Yeah,
been reading or watching lately?
Batman the Animated Series. I was going to watch Flash Gordon tonight, but my mom postponed again. Like, I was like, Mom, I really want to watch that Flash Gordon movie, and because the visuals look amazing, and then my mom's like, oh, can we watch it tomorrow because she's the one with the money in the house.
Oh wait,
I
so
have
you have to rent it? Is that it?
Yeah, we have to rent it. And renting is on Amazon is the cheapest option. I tried looking at the Blu-ray DVD thing, but like we don't have a Blu-ray DVD player. It's just, even though it might be cheap, but we really, all we can afford is a $6 rent.
You have
And
a console?
I have a PlayStation
You have a PlayStation 3?
4.
Then you have a Blu-ray player.
I did not know that.
Yes, it will play Blu-rays.
Huh.
There you
But
go.
I
Problem
did it.
solved.
Yeah, problem solved. Problem solved. I did hear that Blu-rays are like $10, and my mom's
It
like,
can be.
yeah. So my mom is like, if it's cheaper, we're just doing that. We're just doing the cheaper option because kind of we're not very low income, but we're like watching our money while my dad is overseas. You know,
Well,
so
is your dad in the military?
yeah,
Oh, really? What branch? Do you mind?
I don't mind. Army reserves.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Um, well, wow. What was I going to say? Flat. Yeah, flat. I know a lot of people like it. I don't think I've actually ever seen it, but it's so weird to me. And don't get me wrong, this is not me criticizing Flash Gordon, right? And I understand that it's based upon the comic and all that stuff. And the weird thing about the movie is that the entire soundtrack is by Queen, the rock band.
hmm
And so, but I just could never get into it. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I mean, every time I see it, all I can see is like that, the shots of them like on those air scooters, and
I
they're
will
like
say,
slow.
yeah, the green screen looks so bad on that. I will say that out of all the effects, it's the green screens that look the weakest. But the practical effects I thought looked nice.
Yeah.
For the time, yeah.
Yeah, no, and don't get me wrong. I've watched lots of bad movies, so, but but I love talking about movies. So let's see. Am I missing anything? No, still got that. Okay. I love movies. What are you? Or have you watched extensive movies or anything like that, or is that a hobby of yours or not?
Uh, Extensive. Can you define that?
Okay, so I've seen about 2,000 movies personally.
Oh, oh yeah, I watch a lot of movies. Like I grew. Mostly modern, but I'm starting to change that. I'm starting recently getting into older stuff.
Hmm.
And that's why I created my channel. Recommendations with Dragon Pisces is pretty much me as a very young lad reviewing movies that came out before he was even born. Yeah, like that's pretty much like trying to give you that perspective. So I will say there are some movies that are considered popular and also fan favorites to those who grew up with the 80s and 90s. And so far there's one I just couldn't get into. Like I'm not saying it's bad. I can understand the appeal, but I just couldn't get into the Goonies because I know.
No, I've never seen it. Go ahead, talk.
You never seen it. Oh, you never seen
I've
it.
never seen the Goonies. No, I've not.
Because I thought I don't know. I kind of blame my expectations. I thought it would be like I thought like the friendship would be tighter and closer together than it actually is. But I don't know if I should give spoilers. But it's a very old movie. But I don't know. But
Yeah, don't give. I've never seen it, so don't give me any spoilers because
I don't
it's
know.
funny. I used to date this one girl. She says, "Oh, you need to see the Goonies." We broke up before I ever saw it, and then my wife hates the Goonies, and so, but I still have never. I still never seen the Goonies, so
I'll just say the couple of characters are a little unlikable, and well, one of them's meant to be unlikable, but the other ones, well, actually, no, there's a couple more that are unlikable that are not meant to be like that. And then there's also I expected it a full-fledged pirate adventure, but it it kind of is, but it's kind of not. It's like kind of what you expect mixed with a lot of what you didn't expect. It's like you expect a pirate adventure with a group of friends, and then you kind of get that, but kind of not at the same time. That's how I felt, and I was like, this is not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But so what are your top films? Let's take it from there. Like if you had to give me it's a pretty forgettable movie. It just never goes 100% on the plot. This is Emmanuel Reed. So apparently Emmanuel has seen it. So
it's a very forgettable movie. It just never goes 100% on. It never goes 100%. Sorry, I have a hard time understanding what I read sometimes.
It's fine. It just never goes 100% on the plot. And so I'm not entirely certain what he means by that, but I guess what he's trying to say is that it never really kind of makes a lot of sense in the way it works out. So, which is fine. Yeah. So, okay. So give me 5 movies that you love off the top of your head. They're not your top 5, but just 5 that you love.
Oh, I really love the last Harry Potter movie, like the official Harry Potter movie, like Deathly Hallows Part 2. I like The Dark Knight. Rambo First Blood. That's a really good one. Oh yeah. Well, I have to bring up Avengers because that's what got me into making comics in the first place. That's a fun one. And also I know a lot of people would disagree. Well, it's not that disagreeable, but it's kind of in the middle for people. Like you either love it or you hate it. I like Dark Knight Rises. I love that movie, because it felt epic.
Yeah, my issues with Dark Knight Rises are that it kind of dragged, and it's a movie about Batman rising, but there's an awful lot of not Batman in it, and I think that it kind of suffered from that. There's lots of Bruce Wayne being old and all, and I always whenever I watch it, I always have to think about the fact that what if Heath Ledger had lived, would this have been the same movie? Would there have been a different kind of movie? With the way he performed the Joker. And so it always seems to me like this was kind of what they kind of came up with when their original plan didn't work out, because I would imagine that Nolan had already thought about what to do with that story while he was working on The Dark Knight. And so that's something that I'm always going to wonder about. So, okay, so the Avengers films and Dark Knight Rises and Rambo First Blood Part 1. What else? What else do you like?
Let's see. I like a lot of things, superheroes, pretty much. What's this one that I really love that one that moved me to tears? I don't know. I like movies that can make me cry. If a movie can make me cry, like Rambo First Blood can, it's a solid movie in my opinion. It's like going to be one of my favorites because I discovered recently I can't cry as easily as I used to. Like if you meet me as a kid, I would be a crybaby. I was considered a crybaby, but
Mhm.
nowadays it's like, dude, why can't I cry? Even if
Yeah.
when I want to, I'm like, dude, I feel nothing.
All right. Well, let's talk about movies that choke you up. What are some movies that choke you up
I will say
besides
inside.
Rambo?
Yeah. I would say the Pixar movie. I know this is a recent one, but it's Inside Out. I will say the reason why it choked me up because I related to the main character a lot. Because
Mhm.
same thing happened to me. I moved to a town. I had a hard time fitting in, and yeah, like I really related to the moment where she started crying and she was like, "I want to move back. I want to move back," and
Mhm.
that's also around the same age I moved from my small town to Dallas, or I lived in Dallas before Fort Worth.
Okay. All right. No, understood. Understood.
Yeah,
I have not seen Lake Placid, Emmanuel. I remember the trailers for Lake Placid at the time. Have you seen Lake Placid, Dragon?
I never heard of it.
All right. So Lake Placid is about a giant crocodile in a lake in New York.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's in New York. Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And so it's eating people in the lake, obviously, and they've got to figure out how to deal with the problem. But I actually never saw it, and I don't know why, but I will put that on my list, and we'll see.
Hmm.
So let me ask you this: have you ever seen Tombstone?
I my parents. I'm trying to remember if I have seen it. It's a western, right?
It is a western. It is
And
one
my
of
parent,
it's
all I know is my parents are trying to get me to watch it. I don't know if I actually watched it or not. Um,
your
is
parents are
it?
trying to get you to watch it.
They used to, but now, with a lot of things going on, they kind of stopped. But like, they used to get me to watch it all the time, but I don't know if I actually watched it. Like, is it a newer film or is it an older film?
Yeah, it's an early '90s film.
Early '90s.
So
Hmm.
for westerns, it's a new film. But
Oh yeah.
it's got Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton, and some of the best dialogue in the history of film. So you should definitely watch it. If you want to write well, if you want to understand how to write character dialogue well, that is a must see. So,
I will.
especially if you want to understand friendship,
Oh
and
yeah.
the themes of sacrifice for your friends. That's just I think it's an absolute must watch. So if your parents have it, get the if you've got the Blu-ray, pop it into your PS4 and play it. So,
Lucy, don't eat that. She was like licking on the my extended. What are those things called? The extended plugins. She was like licking inside the hole, and I swear she was going to shock herself.
you mean an extension cord? Yeah.
Extension cord, yeah,
So cool.
yeah.
All right. Well, so do you all subscribe to any streaming services?
Oh, we're a very streamy family. We're very streamy, and so everything we have is on digital. We hardly ever use our DVD players anymore. So because my mom's very tech savvy, she's very like into the new. Even though my dad is very like you could say old fashioned, he goes with my mom most of the time. It's like I prefer it back in my day, but I'll do whatever. Plus, it's more convenient nowadays. So I don't know. I'll have to look up where it's streaming. Do you know where it's streaming?
Tombstone? No, I don't know. I actually have it on Blu-ray personally. So
Yeah. So I will try to get more Blu-rays and use my PS4 more.
well, you can find them for cheap at pawn shops and thrift stores. That's for sure. I'm pretty sure 80s will give you some good places to pick them up. He's always buying like $2 Blu-rays. stuff like that.
He said one time, you can buy this movie. It wasn't Tombstone, but another movie at Best Buy. So I guess I can go to a Best Buy.
You could if you wanted.
Let's see. It's on Peacock, Amazon. Oh, it's free on the Roku channel. I think we have that.
Well, there you go. You should watch it. In
Yeah.
fact, get the hell off my stream and go watch it now. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I'm trying to reach something. One second, I'll be right back. It'll just take 1 second, like
Sure.
literally 1 second.
Sure. Is Lake Placid a good movie, Emmanuel?
I'm back.
There you go.
Told you it would take 1 second.
No, I did not believe you. Did not believe that would be the case. So I know what I need to do here. I don't normally draw art like this, so this is kind of fun for me because I'm just like doing random stuff. Usually I'm very focused. This is kind of a mental exercise for me to do something that's out of my comfort range. And we'll see how it goes. All right. Yes, it's awesome. Okay, Manuel, I will have to go check that out. And I will check it out on your recommendations alone.
Yes. I will put. There's so much I gotta watch because there's a lot of movies that people recommend me and I haven't watched, but yet I I don't know. I just always have a lot to watch. Like I gotta watch this. I gotta watch that. Right now I got 3 things, 4 things actually I need to watch and slash read. I need to read that Infinity Tale book I just got recently, and I need to read my Batman Arkham Asylum book, and I need to watch Flash Gordon, and now Tombstone. There's so, and right now I'm also currently watching Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, you were saying about that.
Yeah,
Have you not seen that before?
And I've seen some episodes, but I haven't. But it came out in the '90s. I was born in 2000, so it was really before. It was right before my time. I grew up with the Justice League cartoon, but I didn't. But yeah, Batman the Animated Series, it just happened right before I was born. So yeah, I've seen some episodes before. Like, but now I'm like, yeah, it's just my mom texting me. Anyhow, I was just real. Yeah, I haven't really binged. Right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm binging the show, and so far it's really good. It's really good. The first episode I watched while binging was kind of weak. It was the Catwoman Red Claw episode. It's where Batman first meets Catwoman and he kind of acts like a dope. And I was like, this ain't the Batman I was promised.
Yeah.
Like he's not serious. He's cracking jokes and quips and all that. And also Red Claw, who's this? And
oh yeah, that's one of the very first episodes.
Yeah, that's the one I. Wait, what did I do it? Oh, whatever. Yeah, that's the one that HBO Max had first, like as the first episode.
Really?
Yeah, really. So I watched that one first, and Man Bat was the second episode, and that's where I was like, okay, this is decent. There's actual detective stuff. And then the fourth one is when I fell in love, and that was Heart of Ice.
Oh yeah, that's a brilliant.
Yeah,
episode.
like and plus the art in that show is amazing. Yeah, like the backgrounds and stuff, and I'm just planning. Tomorrow. I'm planning on going. I am going. I'm not planning. I am going to art therapy tomorrow. Hopefully, like the last time I tried to get someone to teach me how to draw. I don't want to be mean and all, but I don't think they I think they were just a elementary school teacher. If I if I if I don't know if you can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, she was a elementary school level teacher, art teacher. So I don't think she knew how to get to that professional level of drawing. You
Okay.
know, yeah. So, or at least if she can, she didn't know how to teach it. So it didn't work. So the first, and plus she cost a lot of money.
Hmm.
So my mom felt like she got ripped off. So we're a little discouraged. So this is the second time. So really, I just go by internet's recommendations of books, and it's a little struggle for me
But what
because
are
I
you
do.
trying to learn how to draw? Let me ask you that.
Um, I feel well. I'm learning how to draw because I want to do my comic, and I uh, I could just be the writer, but everyone I talk to, it just encourages me to be the artist, be the artist. But it's not just that; it's also like I also want kind of control. It is kind of like a control thing. Like I want to control what the shot's going to look like, what's the and what the overall feel of the tone, the art style, and all that. And plus, it's easy. Well, it's not easier, but it's cheaper because of our financial situation. So there's a lot. Uh, but today I just made a mental race, a mental game in my head. It was like it would just be wiser if not put all eggs in one basket. Like, let's see what happens first. Either I find a job and find the money to hire an artist first, or I my skills actually improve enough
Okay.
to be an artist. You know,
So, so what are you wanting to draw though? Like, what are you trying to learn? Like, if I could say, dragon, I'm going to say a magic word, and you will be able to draw the most epic example of bang. What would that be?
really anything.
Like a
I'm
car, or an airplane, or an elephant, or a lion. Can you think
I
of something
really
like that?
want to draw trippy stuff. I guess kind of like what you're drawing, but like in a like a but also in a very like you know those art paintings that from the olden days to where oh watercolor. Like I want a watercolor like trippy, like anything that takes place in the imagination. Like I'm a sucker for Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I can like get a realistic looking like watercolored like um image that I can make of it inside of a person's imagination, I would do that in a heartbeat. I really wish I can draw that. I really wish I can do that. And I also like to draw, things that are in my book and my story, but it's just it's a little difficult for me. And also, I grew up with shaking hands and having to go to certain classes because I my handwriting wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Well, do you have a sketch pad?
a sketch pad.
Yeah,
Uh,
like this is a sketch pad.
oh yeah. Yeah, I
Okay,
have.
so like something like that, right? Okay, and you have, do you have one of do you have one of these?
Is that a eraser?
Guys, need an eraser. Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
And you have mechanical pencil.
I don't think I have a mechanical pencil, but I do got pencils.
Okay, so what you want to do is basically just draw everything. So like like say you're waiting at a doctor's office, right? You're saying maybe you're waiting for a lunch order or something like that. Just pick something and draw it, and that's really. I'm just going to give you some. I mean, do you want? I can give you some advice about drawing if you'd
Oh
like.
yeah.
If
I'm
not,
all
okay.
ears.
See, I have a problem. I just start giving people advice that's unsolicited. So that gets me in trouble all the time. Like my wife says, I don't give a damn what you have to say about this. So I'm like, okay, babe, sorry. But yeah, no. So you are only as good at drawing as you were the last time you stopped as a child. So if you stop drawing at 3, you're as good as you were when you were 3. And so and what this is meant to say and what this is meant to convey is that there is talent, there's natural talent, but there's also hard work. So you can do the best you can to improve what you're drawing, and you will find eventually one day you wake up and you're just like kicking amazing art out, and you wouldn't even imagine. But one of the things that I always try to tell people whenever they're trying to learn how to draw is to just simply draw everything. Right now, I'm just scribbling. Right, I'm not really even drawing anything. I'm just kind of what I'm trying to look at for is kind of like a burst of energy coming from the side of this cube, and I'm just trying to draw something that approximates that. But I will tell you that some of the best art instruction you can find is entirely free on the internet. It's on YouTube. So I don't know if you're familiar with who David Finch is. Do you know who that is?
I think I subscribe to him, but I am because with all the recommendations and all that. But I can make time. I
Right.
haven't. Yeah, I never got into it. I never got around to it. You know, watching his videos.
Okay, so he is probably one of the, if not the most talented artist working in comics right now. And he's a Canadian dude. He's super super nice, and he just has a YouTube channel where he tells you how to draw things. Like he's got like one video that I really like is he says how to render fur, or how to render smoke, or how to render fire, and he just takes it step by step, and you can just follow along in your sketch pad and just keep practicing until it looks good for you. He'll tell you how to draw a woman's head, how to draw a male head, and step by step, frame by frame. Everything that you draw is basically just built up of shapes, one shape or another, and you just keep working on it. And what I would recommend doing, since you want to write a book, have you written your book? Do you know what your story is?
I know what my story is. I've been writing it and rewriting it for like 10 or 12 years.
Okay.
So
So what you're gonna want to do here is in your sketchbook, basically sketch out all, like, draw a bunch of different rectangles, page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and say, okay, this is, and then you can do this like where you can basically do a storyboard of what you want it to look like, and then you can figure out what do I need to draw. In my case, I need to draw the Voyager space probe, right? So I looked up all the different references for Voyager. Voyager is just a geometric thing, and so it's got lots of straight lines and it's got lots of circles. So I just said that's why I need to draw. I'm going to go learn to draw that. Not everything that you're going to put in a comic book is something that you thought about that you need to draw. Like all of a sudden you need to draw a car. You never drew a car before. All of a sudden you need to draw a telephone. You never drew a telephone before. So you just got to keep continually working at it. It's not easy. It's a laborious practice. Real quick, let's see. Emmanuel says, I can relate. There's something about the idea about taking the images in your head and putting it on paper that feels amazing. That's correct. It's seeing your creations come to life. And what, for me, a lot of it is watching other people's reactions to it, and hopefully that the reactions are ones of pleasure, like they're laughing or they find it cool or whatnot. And that's really what I want my art to be able to do. So, by the way, I got to get back to this comment. Crocodiles still look great, and honestly, it's hard to tell how they did it. Yeah, I will definitely keep a lookout for like classes for you. So, anyway, any questions for me about any of this stuff?
Let's see. I just like I guess I'm too technical when it comes to, I don't know, like I don't know if it's a recent thing or I've always been like this, but like when it comes to art, I'm like, okay, which line should I draw and how should I, and which angle should I draw it, and what should I start, which line, which mark should I draw first, and what should I draw next after that, and after that, and that's
Okay.
where I struggle.
All right. So like, what do you want to draw? Give me something to draw.
Let's say, probably say a person, like a person.
Just a person. You want to have like a full body person, or just the upper torso, or just the face and the neck and the shoulders, or what do you want?
A full body.
Full body. Okay. So you typically want to start off with what their head's going to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you're going to go down. This is going to be the torso, right? And so you got your shoulders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, actually, I'm just going to do it the way I would do it, and I'll show you how I do it. So, I do start off with the head. Usually, it's going to be all along. And I'm working on a tablet right now. A little bit of auto practice for it. So, you're going to have the upper chest area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then spine's going to come down, and then you're going to have the hips, right? And so this is going to be biceps, and then you got the hand, right? And you're going to have a hand on the hip over here. So that's how that typically works. So also you have to understand musculature and how it works together.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then one thing that David Finch likes to talk about is the fact that no one stands straight. There's usually a curve going through the leg, and you need to make sure you follow the curve all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have the feet like this. So this foot's going this way, and you're going to have the ankle like that. And then this foot's facing you. So this is going to be the big toe right here. And the calves. And this is just a rough approximation of where the features are going to be for the person. So any questions about any of what I'm doing here? And I've got to fix this. That's going to drive me insane. Let's pop this up.
What arm or like what arm position do you have, when you're drawing to make sure you have the most control?
Oh, you're talking about physically hold a pencil?
Yeah.
It's just like writing. What you're doing is nothing. Like here's my name, right?
Yeah.
Just the way I would write my name. That's how I'm holding the pen.
Oh.
There's nothing special about that. You hold the writing utensil the way it's comfortable for you, and that's how you work it.
Oh, I don't know why. I was told. I remember watching a video saying that a lot of professional artists draw with their shoulders and not their wrists or their elbows, and something like that.
That's about the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Please show me that video, because I would love to see that video.
Oh,
if you can find it.
Oh, yeah.
Not now. I'm just saying later on.
I will have to show you that video. Yeah, it was like when I'm learning about art, and obviously knowing nothing about art, I was like, of course, taking that in, being gullible as I am.
Comics Mate. Oh, real quick, let me tell you this. I've got Dean James here. Dean James is someone you need to follow, because Dean has done a comic book. He's done Embrace, the Embrace with Michael Oden, and Dean is one of the artists that I've been following for a long time, who has grown so amazingly in his dedication and the level of his art. He is someone that is an inspiration, and you should follow him. And you can see how he's gone from some things that I might consider not the best to just being effing amazing. He's an effing amazing artist. So follow him on Twitter, and if you can follow him on his YouTube as well. So and he's Australian.
Comics Mate?
Hey, yeah, Comics Mate.
Oh, okay.
G'day. And also, Excel. Everybody's like showing up all of a sudden. So nice to see you guys. Thanks for showing up here. So I was just showing Dragon here a little bit about how to draw a person, because he's wondering. And if you can give him some advice and follow him on his Twitter account. I'll link it to you in the Twitter. And he's trying to start his journey as an artist. So definitely want to encourage that. So, but
just a quick question: what's his Twitter account name again?
I'm gonna send it to you, so you don't have to worry about it right now.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Anyway, so also keep in mind that when you're drawing a person like this, the head is going to be that size, and you can basically go all the way down. And I think it's supposed to be like 9 heads tall, if I'm not mistaken. Is like the superhero male figure. So if it helps you trying to, if you find yourself drawing things way out of proportion, or like say like maybe Rob Liefeld drawing like these teeny tiny little feet, then you can say, okay, what's the head look like? And that way, that's your base, that's your key, and your foundation for making sure everything looks proper. But anyway, so okay, so you guys that are just showing up here, just for you, I'm gonna take a swig of this nasty ass Flamin Hot Mountain Dew, so you can see me take a drink of it. Now you're late, but there you go. Let me do it like Luke Skywalker does. Yeah, that's nasty. Just like space titty milk is nasty. God. So there you go.
You know,
I
when
hope
I
that
first
was like Mark Hamill.
actually, when I first saw that movie, I thought it was actually, I don't know if I should say it, but it was on the lower parts of the body, and so I didn't think it was breast. I thought it was something else.
That was something. No, it is Disney after all. At least it was at the moment. Oh, let's see here. Hey, Comics do it. Hey, Hex Allen Comics. Thanks for joining, stopping by. Appreciate it. So I got Dragon Pisces here, and we're just shooting the breeze. And I was just showing them some of the things that you can do for drawing. So we'll go ahead and delete that. Is there anything else you want me to draw for you? Anybody want me to draw anything? Give me suggestions, and I'll do it. And I will bark like a seal for you.
Oh man. Okay, here's a fun one. It may or may remember when I was saying showing. I don't know if you were there or you left early, but I remember that picture I was showing you, or the on JBot stream. I was showing everyone. It was a storyboard picture of a laser beam, a purple laser beam going through someone's head. And
okay.
And it's showing blood and guts, brains.
Yeah, you want me to draw someone getting their head blown off?
Yeah, by a purple laser, like with gore. I want you to make it as gory and gruesome as possible.
Okay. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry.
Oh, right.
I don't draw gory stuff.
Oh, YouTube.
YouTube. What do you mean by YouTube?
Oh, like I thought YouTube wouldn't allow that, but then again,
no, I just don't draw that kind of stuff.
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna find, since DJ's here, there's something I want to show him. Okay, where did it go? Where did that go? I've been meaning to show this for a long, long time. All right, so, okay, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. I am tearing up my office here looking for this thing. Aha. I think I found it. Yes. I haven't inked it. I don't think I've inked it. No, wait, I did think this. Okay. Anyway, you would think that I was way more organized than I am. Aha, here it is. Found it. All right, here it comes. Let's screw up my camera here. Okay. Look what I got for you, Dean. Look what I got for you. See that? Ooh. See that hotness? That's just for you. This is the Embrace fan art that I did. It's in the first Embrace book, but I've actually inked it. And Dean said he would buy it, but I never heard back from Dean. So no, Dean, you can't have this. But you should buy. You should go back the Embrace, sign up for it. The Embrace 2. It is awesome. It's freaking amazing. And see, look at that line work there. See that? Look at David's line work. Yeah. That was not easy to do. And look at that hair. You need to draw. I know it's your character, but I'm going to tell you, man, you got to up the hair game. Okay. You really have got to get some product in his hair. So, but anyway, yeah, look, Drew Williams, the Embrace, right up there. Boom. Yeah. So, yeah, I got that on my desk, and you can't have that.
So
no,
that
seriously. Go ahead. What?
That was your drawing?
That's my drawing. Yeah, I drew that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drew that. I drew that, and basically, I did some fan art for the Embrace, and I did sketch arts too. But this was like fan art to get in the book, and I came in. I think I came in second place. Some other guy did something that Odin liked better, and Dean liked better, which is fine. So, actually, this is another thing that I did. I've shown the inked version of this several times, but this is the penciled version of one of my covers that I'm working on. So, but that's about as scary as I typically get. So that's a vampire. That's a flying vampire monkey.
Oh, I thought it was a dragon.
No, not quite. But I got maybe as terrifying, maybe more terrifying. I don't know. So. Okay, everything stay there. Calm down. All right, there we are. So anyway, but yeah, I'm happy that Dean stopped by because I've been wanting to show that to him for a long time. But the Embrace 2 has a mailing list, and Dean is doing the art on it again, and he's kicking complete ass. And I am positive when that book comes out that I'm going to get the original Embrace, and I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison and say, look, see, this is proof that you can grow as an artist. Unlike some of these people out there that never do. So, but I definitely want you to follow him, Dragon, and learn from a new amazing person, a new amazing artist that I like. So, but anyway, but yeah. So this is my book that I'm using for basically jotting down notes on stuff. So this Brighton box that I've been drawing over here, that I first sketched it out here. You know, and I've got different sides of the Brighton box for where the dark matter can be found in other parts of the galaxy, or the universe, not the galaxy. And I'm calling it different planes. So I'm using Greek names for the different planes. And so this is just something that I'm trying to reach outside of my comfort zone of just drawing a cape and hot pecs, and boobs, of which I can draw copious amounts of, but I gotta draw other industrial things as well. So, but okay. So aside from someone getting their head blown off, any other suggestions for drawing? Let's see. You're putting on paper for me. Oh, sweet. Yes, definitely. It was sweet, much like you, Dean. And let's see what else we got. Very nice. I hope so. Thank you.
Maybe. I'm having a hard time because mostly what in my story
to do with this. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. All right, so we got a head here, right? Okay, then we got a neck, right? And then we got shoulders. All right, and so then we've got, this is generally speaking where the center of the face is. Get the nose, the mouth, got the brows, got the eyebrows, right? All right. So hole in head, bam. There you go. There you go. Boom. All right. So I got a little bit of brains here, a little bit of brains here. Yeah. Close the eyes, right? Okay, and then we gotta have some hair. Got some hair gone crazy. Maybe we got some embrace hair, right? I don't know. Let's see here. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So then let's can I get some swatches? Because Photoshop screwed up and gave me stupid swatches again. I can't figure out how to get back to my normal swatches. It drives me up a wall. What we want to do is we want to get a splatter. There you go. Boom. Blood everywhere. Blah. There you go. And let's see if we can't get some thick lines here. Let's go up here and brush lines. Boom. And let's go ahead and drop this down here to 6. Bam, bam. Actually, why would we have blood there? We don't want that. Actually, what color is the laser? What color is the laser?
Purple.
Purple laser. Okay, let's go with the purple laser. Screw the swatches. Oh my god, they suck. Let's go with there we go. How about that? Is that a good one? You want brighter? Let's try. Is that pink or is that purple? Yeah, I don't know.
That looks more maroon.
This looks more maroon. That looks maroon. Okay.
Wait. Are you talking about on? Bam. Oh, there it is. Bam. I see it now. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, so it's a laser, and okay, so we also have to have brains, right? So we need to get the brain sweater stuff. Boom, some brains everywhere. All right, so let's go ahead and drop some line work. Do. And okay, up. Okay, let's drop the size of the brush. He's got a collar. He's wearing like I don't know, it's a business suit. There you go. Maybe it's just a polo. And yeah, there you go. We're gonna make him we're gonna have black hair. There you go. Yeah. All right, is this kind of stuff you show your mom?
Gore, I show her.
Gore, you show her. She's like, boy, you're a well-adjusted young man.
When I was breaking down the story to her and telling her all this and showing her the story, the storyboards, she was like, "Wow, you're really violent," and I'm like, "Yeah, so." My mom's religious, but she's one that I would consider. Well, I'm religious, but we consider ourselves the cool religious people to where we don't despise things to where
we're cool religious people.
Yeah, like I don't know what to say. While we lived in this small town and basically almost everyone there go to church, and the town was literally divided on whether or not they should watch Harry Potter or not. My mom was on the side as, you know what, I don't care what anyone else says. I'm going to watch Harry Potter, and I'm still going to consider myself religious. I'm going to go to church, and after that, I'm going to watch Harry Potter.
Let's get this guy a mustache. There you go. Mustache. All right, there's a quick and dirty guy with his head blown off. Just for you.
Thank you. Yeah. That guy seems awfully happy getting his head blown off.
Yeah, happy? Well, he did. It happened so fast. He was in the mid-smile. So.
Oh, yeah.
Like his brain has ceased functioning. This is the last thing that his brain face was doing. We all have comics in our names. Except Dragon, you're right. Hex Allen Comics, Comics Mates, Comics with Drew. You know, people call me, it's funny. I get into live streams and people say, hey, it's Comics with Drew. What's up, Comics with Drew? Just call me Drew. I mean, my God, it's not like a title. The Right Honorable Sir Comics with Drew. Yeah, no.
I have comics in my other channel's name, but that's all I can tell.
Oh, you do? Okay. So let's see here. All right. Enough of that. Anything else? Any other suggestions? Actually, you know what? I have an idea. Let's do some embrace. Ah, yes. Embrace.
So what's the book called? Embrace?
It's called the Embrace 2 at this point, but you can go find it. That is so big. Stop it. Let's go with 2. Boom. All right. And let's see here. Boom. And you know what? I'm going to rotate that because I want him to look down. Let's see here. What are we on? We're on layers, right? Yes, we are. Okay. Yeah. Angsty. Emo Embrace. He's not really emo. He's got a real good reason to be sad. So let's see here. Now he had, all right, let's do this. One of the reasons I like the character of the Embrace is that he's got like a full mask on his face. You don't see his mouth, which makes it easier to draw. So I do like that very much. And let's see. And how did this go? But the other thing I like about the Embrace is that his hair kind of just flows out of the mask as well. But the cover of that one that they're working on right now is just outstanding. There's a super villain that's got the Embrace in a bad situation, and it's really good. So it's one of the more inventive, independent villains that I've seen in a long, long time. All right. All right. And let's see here. Quick and dirty, the Embrace. You can't do the Embrace without hands, right? Now the Embrace has like these other hands that come out of him, and that's why it's called the Embrace, which is why it's kind of badass. And I like to do his hands kind of skeletal-like, personally. That's my secret, the Embrace hands special sauce.
So he has hands coming out of his body?
Yeah, they kind of come out of his like suit, as it were, lack of a better term. And they're supposed to be kind of like spiritualized, ghostly kind of stuff. And the way Dean likes to draw it's a bit like Mr. Fantastic, kind of. But his new stuff that he's been doing is more kind of moon-like or Moon Knight-like, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what I like to do with his hands is I don't like to have them looking kind of like normal hands. I like to have them kind of like every finger is doing its own thing. Anyway, and then he's got this kind of, well, let's get his chest first. All right. Okay. There we go. And he's got this kind of 4-pointed star emblem, which I dig. And it goes down like this. There you go. And It's got very. I need to round off his face a little bit. There we go. Anyway, but Dean is he's just murdering his character. He's just doing such a good job with it. Honestly, I should practice more. He's starting to make me actually really suck personally, in my personal opinion. So I don't ever like to really compare artists because I think art is very subjective, unless they're like on a professional book, like say like Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
But what I try to do is appreciate what different artists are trying to do. But Dean has consistently impressed me, and I'm not just saying that because he's here. So, there you go. All right. Let's do some cross hatching. There you go. Some more cross hatching. Let's get rid of the guidelines. Some more cross hatching. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, quick and dirty, the embrace. Go back it. All right, what else is up? Actually, you know what? It is 12:40. Dang, it is late for me. So
Yeah.
but I appreciate you coming on here, man.
Thank you.
It's been a lot of fun chatting with you. Again, everyone, if who's still here, this is a Brighton box. It's one of the MacGuffins for Dark Variants, my very own graphic novel I'm working on that people never believed I was doing because I never showed any art, but now I'm doing it. So this is the way it's going to be, and this is concept art for the Brighton box, and there you go. So yeah, lots of fun. Thanks for joining me on my Comics with Drew Wednesday draw stream. It's the first one ever. So there you go. You're my inaugural guest. It could have been you, Michael Oden, but you had to work, man. So, and I am not going to finish this bottle. This is nasty. This is going down the drain. But other than that, we'll catch you all next time. So thanks again for joining, and I'll see you around. Okay. Dragon? You still there?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Right. Thanks, Emmanuel. Appreciate it, man. I didn't want him to leave. I was just gonna say, hey, you could say goodbye too. Anyway, this was cool. Appreciate it, Emmanuel. You're my dog, man. You're the man. You're the man now, dog. So that's how it goes. Anyway, again, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys around next time. Okay. You too, comics mate. You too, Dean. And I'm gonna give everybody's links. You just follow me on Twitter. I promise. Sayonara.